Hey, everybody! Today on Diablo 4 Tips and Tricks, we're going to be talking about goblins. Yes, there's a whole host of goblins in the game, and we are going to talk about what each goblin does, who these goblins are, and what these goblins drop. Because there's many different goblins in the game, and we'll also go over a little bit about this March of the Goblins event so that if there happens to be a March of the Goblins event going on while you are hunting goblins, you'll know all about that as well. Alright, let's go. Goblins. What are these guys doing? So many goblins. First off, we've got the standard treasure goblin. This is the guy you're going to run across most often. And treasure goblins, they will run away from you. That's basically their only trick. And they'll run away fast. They'll try to open a portal if they get far enough away from you and escape through that portal. You've just got to hit them like I did there to get them to stop portaling. Chase them around until you kill them. Once you kill them, they'll drop a bunch of random loot. Not bad. You can force a goblin spawn of a treasure goblin by using one of the bags from the Dark Citadel. The scroll of contained goblins will force a spawn, which you can then kill the goblin and get all the cool loot. But using the scroll of contained goblins will only spawn a treasure goblin. It doesn't look like it'll spawn any of the variants, but it does sometimes spawn more than one goblin. You could get 2 or 3 if you're lucky. The next goblin we're looking at is the Portal Prankster, found in the Kurast Undercity. Now this one, when you kill him, he will offer an extra chest reward at the end of the Kurast Undercity. He will not give you items when he's dead, so you don't have to stop your run to pick up stuff. All the items he drops will be at the end of the dungeon. Now the Portal Prankster will conjure many portals, as suggested in his name, and he's going to try to run through a portal and then he'll come out a different portal. So he's not running around the board as much as he is portaling around the board. But if you kill him fast enough, he won't portal hardly anywhere. The new goblins will be in the game starting March 4th, 2025. So if you're watching this anytime after March 4th, 2025, these are the new goblins, introducing new goblin variants from deep within the underground chasms and forgotten layers of sanctuaries' underbelly. Goblins have been mutating and diversifying. The townsfolk talk of strange and wonderful creatures, complete with sacks filled to the abundance. These new goblin variants seem to be more rare than their brown-bagged counterpart, so keep a keen eye for a glint of them scurrying through the underbrush. First up, we have Odious Ector. He is a green-colored goblin, so look for the green shine. This distasteful goblin has spent time rummaging through many a workshop and claiming various materials for their own. On death, they drop various crafting materials, even granting obdicite when found in torment tiers. So look for the green goblin, Odious Ector, for crafting materials and obdicite. Then we have the Gilded Baron. He looks to be glowing bright gold, yellow. The nefarious coin rubber is known for a base desire to clinch every coin within claw's reach. Oh, this guy's like Rat Claws. Slay this goblin to earn tantalizing amounts of gold, spill their treasure bags, and watch the ground glow gilded. So look for the yellow glowing one to find tons of gold. The Gilded Baron. Glittering Prim. This goblin sparkles in the sunlight, revealing a different nature entirely. Looks like he's glowing white, like he's elegant or angelic or something. The Glittering Prim delves through every abandoned mine of sanctuary, collecting runes and undercity tributes to line their already egregious collection. Kill this goblin and earn gem fragments, runes, and when found in torment tiers, You get Undercity tributes and scattered prisms as well. It looks like as he runs around, he drops random gem fragments too, so that might be neat. The Glittering Prim. Look for the white glow to find him. Curious Merle. Curious Merle looks like a purple goblin. The Merle is recognized for his distinctive purple hue, colored by the many opals they clutch so dearly. Killing this goblin grants you a slew of murmuring obols, which drop as Merle's bag of obols. For those wanderers that often travel at maximum obol capacity, this bag can still be collected in your inventory regardless of whether you are at maximum obol capacity. So basically, he'll give you a bag that you can have for extra obols if you need them. Right now, the opal vendor isn't that good, but maybe in the future, when you're watching this sometime down the road, the opal vendor might be really good. So look for the purple goblin, this purple glow, and take out Curious Merle for some opals. The Gelatinous Cyrus. The Gelatinous Cyrus evokes the basest nature of goblin kind, multiplying before your very eyes. Upon being killed, the Gelatinous Cyrus splits into 2 goblins. Slay the pair, and they multiply into 3. Claim the spoils, you'll have to kill the smallest goblins of the pack. So basically, you'll get 2, then 3. Actually, it's 2, and I think each of the 2 spawn 3. So you'll have 2, then 6, I think. Because this one sounds very much like the one we had in Diablo 3 that kept splitting. Each of the small gelatinous goblins will drop 1 legendary item with an increased chance of dropping additional legendary items at higher torment tiers. They'll also drop gold, boss summoning materials, and the chance to drop an elixir. So there you go. Hopefully those legendary items will have greater affixes, or at least a chance to have a greater affix, because otherwise, who cares? So look for a blue shine to find the Gelatinous Cyrus. He looks like he's blue. Then we have Fancy Old Frederick. Now this is the one you're going to be looking for. This goblin is the stuff of legend, maybe even myth. Some believe this goblin to be so incredibly rare that its very existence is even called into question. If you manage to even spy a Fancy Old Frederick, seize the opportunity, for you may never get this one in a million chance again. Managing to kill Fancy Old Frederick grants a mythic unique, a resplendent spark, and earns you bragging rights for all time. Wow. So he drops a mythic unique and a resplendent spark. So you get both. That's pretty cool. And earns you bragging rights for all time. I wonder if that means the first time you kill him, you might get a title. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see. So to usher in these new goblins, they're having a March of the Goblins event from March 4th, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's going till March 11th, 10 a.m. Pacific, or 1 p.m. Eastern. The undergrowth of Sanctuary is rife with creatures of the greediest inclinations. This March of the Goblins introduces 6 brand new goblin variants who will remain after the goblin activity has ended. So yeah, these other goblins are permanently in the game. Slay these new devious gremlins to earn reputation for coveted rewards. Visit the goblin statue in Central Kilvashad to begin your hunt and earn the rewards. A variety of goblins are wreaking havoc across Sanctuary through every town in Hovel. The goblins have multiplied like, well, goblins. As you progress through the reputation track, you'll increase your chance of cleaving them from their treasure bags. Hunt them across every world tier, in the overworld and deepest dungeons, and across both eternal and seasonal realms. While March of the Goblins is live, there's an increased chance to see larger packs of treasure goblins, encounter greed shrines, and to see increased treasure goblins when facing off against Avarice, the gold-cursed world boss. Climb the goblin-slaying ranks, being steadfast in your eradication of these hooded hoodlums grants you reputation, which earns you great rewards. Your reputation progress is tied to your individual prowess for culling treasure goblins. So slay at your heart's content and earn to complete it and earn a resplendent spark. Keep in mind that as you slay through the ranks, the chance for treasure bags to drop from treasure goblins increases as well. Slay well and slay true. The march of the goblins is upon you. So there we have it, guys. Every goblin that is in the game. If you are watching this after March 4th, 2025, you can sort of use this as a guide to know what each goblin does, what each goblin drops, and I guess maybe even the frequency of how you should see these guys. Because it looks like Frederick is going to be very, very difficult to find. 1 in a million? Is that real? Let's see. And then this also gave you a bit of an overview on March of the Goblins. Don't worry, if you missed the March 4 through March 11, 2025 event, I'm sure it is being repeated. The March of the Goblins has already been repeated a few times, and I'm sure will be repeated again in the future. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Stay awesome out there, everybody. We'll catch you guys in the next one, alright? See ya! Goblins, 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 goblins. The Super Awesome Game Channel is part of the Super Awesome Geek Show network. Please check the description below and subscribe to the channels that interest you.